Grade 5 family, welcome to our 2019-2020 Crossing the Bridge ceremony. Wherever you are in the world, we hope you are healthy, safe, and hopeful. My name is Susan Vernon. I'm one of 10 teachers on the core Grade 5 team. This year's ceremony pushes us to consider the deeper meaning of our work together. While we are not physically walking across the bridge, we can do so metaphorically. So what can a bridge mean metaphorically? I turned to the internet to see what meaning writers, philosophers, and artists see in bridges. At AES, we talk about our basic needs for freedom, fun, mastery, and belonging. For the 5th grade class of 2019-2020, belonging was far and away our foremost need. Being physically apart for 10 weeks has given us time to reflect on what connectedness means to us. The Persian poet Rumi wrote, "Love is the bridge between you and everything." Our mission statement speaks of our students as compassionate global citizens. Now more than ever, we are challenged to build bridges to each other, to all living things, so we can experience the profound connectedness we need. The 5th grade class of 2019-2020 spent time each semester on goal setting and reflection on progress. And it turns out bridges are apt metaphors in this context, too. American entrepreneur Jim Rohn wrote, "Discipline is the bridge between goals and accomplishment." Discipline is key to meeting another of our basic needs, mastery. These last 10 weeks, our rising 5th graders were challenged like never before to manage their own learning, advocate for support, and reflect accurately on progress. And rise to the challenge, they did. A final quote that resonates with this year's unique challenges is 3 simple words: be the bridge. Our 2019-2020 students step into middle school as bridge builders and problem solvers. Perhaps more than any other class in the last 7 years, your children are keen on fixing mistakes, repairing relationships, and including everyone in the journey. They appreciate hearing different perspectives, and they know how to grow their own thinking, interacting with others, even virtually. Speaking for the core teaching team, thank you, parents, for entrusting us with nurturing the academic, social, and emotional growth of your children. It has been our honor and privilege.
dreams last forever. For all that we know, the worlds come together, and that's where we go. Fly away, fly away, fly away home. Fly away, fly away, fly away, fly away home. Ooh, fly away, fly away, fly away, fly away, fly away home. Fly away, fly away, fly away.
Hey, grade 5 students, parents, and teachers, and our guests. Good morning, good afternoon, or good evening, wherever you are. Namaste to the American Embassy School's Crossing the Bridge ceremony for grade 5 students. My name is Jim Laney, and I'm the director here at the American Embassy School, New Delhi. Crossing the bridge represents a beginning. Every beginning brings excitement and fresh potential. But there's also an element of anxiety and loss, especially this spring with the pandemic. You are trading the known and comfortable for something new and challenging. What is familiar to you is behind me, and the road ahead across this bridge is unknown. Have courage. Step into your future with a joyful pursuit of excellence in everything that you do. We hope that you will learn to be responsible, compassionate, global citizens wherever you are, here with us in grade 6, or if you're in another school. Students, families, and teachers, don't be sad it's over. Be glad it happened. Be glad it happened here at the American Embassy School, New Delhi.
Walk through life. Every day is a new beginning. Shine your light. It's your day and the world is waiting. Move along to the song, sing in your soul. Feel the beat, clap your hands, let it take control. All you need, all you want, are you ready to follow your way? Whoa, oh, 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 oh. Today is a new day. Whoa, oh, 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 oh. Everything's going your way. Whoa. Feel the sun upon your shoulders. Wondering to make you bolder. Yeah, let each one take you higher, 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 higher than you ever before. Walk through life. Every day is a new beginning. Whoa, oh, 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 oh.
guys, welcome to 6th grade. So I'm going to tell you guys a tip about homework. So when you do homework, please don't stay in front of the television because it might bother you doing homework, and it must be the distraction of doing homework, and you will need to spend so much time to do homework, and then you won't be possible to do other things. Thank you and welcome.
Last minute to do any type of work, to ask like a teacher, because it's going to be hard last minute for them to help you before like it's due.
For the homework in 6th grade, it depends on the classes, but the teachers don't give us a lot of homework that you should spend like hours. And I think it depends on you too, but it only takes about 20 minutes, so I think you don't need to worry about it if you do.
Okay, so whatever space it's that you're working, make sure you can focus and be comfortable and be able to ask a parent or guardian for help.
Work hard, always do extra, challenge yourself.
You should keep your locker organized, or else you'll never be able to find anything in it.
If you memorize your schedule, then it would be very helpful.
Every morning, it is good to make sure that you have everything you need for each of your classes that day.
In middle school schedule, you have to remember like period 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and before 5 minutes, you have to ready for go to your class.
In the schedule, write next to every place the name of the class. For example, M105 is advisory.
Remember what floors all your classes are on so that you can easily go to that class.
Hello 5th graders, welcome to middle school. I want to tell you guys about how to make good friends. You have to be kind to your friends and listen carefully to your friends. These are the best ways to have good friends. Thank you.
You can make friends in middle school by sitting next to new people in lunches and breaks.
Remember to keep a schedule just in case, because you might forget your classes.
Advice is to be organized and know all your classes and all your assignments so that you can complete them. Always have your materials when you're in class and don't be afraid to ask for help. You should know what your assignments are when they are due so that for each class you get good grades, and make sure that your assignments aren't late.
Hi, today I wanted to talk about the lockers you guys are going to get soon. So it's a lot of responsibility to own a locker. You want to make sure that your code is easy to remember and you don't tell anybody because that will defeat the purpose. And you want to make sure that it's organized so that you don't get late to class just finding your things. Don't keep it a mess, and make sure you remember your locker code.
I recommend you to bring your own pencils and erasers.
Fifth graders, you're almost in 6th grade. That is amazing. Well, I'm going to be talking about being balanced and having fun during 6th grade. You need to make sure when you're having fun that you're being kind to one another and you're respecting the materials you're using.
Make sure to balance your work and having fun. If you have too much fun, then sometimes your grades can go down. But if you don't have enough fun, then you will be really stressed out.
So there are a lot of different after-school activities, so have fun trying them out.
I like middle school because there's a lot of spaces that you can hang out, and the spaces are really nice and we're just gonna hang out there.
So one piece of advice I would give is to make sure you have a schedule of your after-school activities or ASIAC practice times so that you don't forget your timings.
It is important to play hard, but it is also equally important to work hard.
Hi, my name is Hajin. Just challenge yourself in middle school and trust yourself, and maybe you should be kind to each other with your friends or teacher. Yeah, you're gonna be more free. And then just welcome to middle school. Thank you.
I love middle school. It's a really nice place to be, and I'm sure you love it too. Just remember to work hard and respect other people, and be responsible with your work and submit it on time, and just try to get out of your comfort zone and work really hard, and you'll have a blast. Welcome to middle school.
Do not lose the iPad and use or carry carefully. Then you cannot download the app without any permission.
Don't use your iPad during lunchtime or break, because that is not a time to use it.
In class, keep yourself away from the iPad because you may get distracted with it.
Remember to always charge your iPad before you come to school.
One thing I recommend to do is always charging your iPad the night before, because you need your iPad in pretty much all the classes, and you don't want to run out of battery in the middle of classes because, well, it's not that great to run out of battery. And you should always have a backup charger in your locker in case you do run out of battery, and so you don't have to walk all the way to the 3rd floor to charge it in the makerspace. And it's especially good to charge your iPad the night before on days you have tests on the iPad, because it's really not good to run out of iPad battery in tests.
Welcome to parents, students, and teachers. Welcome to the Crossing of the Bridge ceremony. Through the gift of technology, we are also welcoming friends, grandparents, siblings, extended family, former teachers, many others who would never have been able to join us in our years past in the Hall of Peace. Today our lives are fuller with those that are here to love and honor our students as they end their elementary years. Grade 5 students, today is your day. So I want to start by speaking a little bit about our students, who is the class of 2027. We've had 93 students enrolled in grade 5 this year. We have 87 who are still enrolled today, and we'll say goodbye to a total of 15 students who have withdrawn by the end of the year. Of those students, 23 nationalities were represented. Brand new this year, we had 23 students, also the same number, joining us as new students over the course of the year. But some of our students have been here for a few years longer. We have 3 students who enrolled in 2013-14 in pre-K. They've spent 7 years as elementary school students at the American Embassy School. Please join me in recognizing Summer Jadhari, Jiwon Mok, and Keika Hirono. Each year I'm invited to speak to the grade 5 students at our Crossing the Bridge ceremony. And each year I share a little bit of library information. This year is no different. You can learn a lot about someone by knowing their reading habits. So what do we know about the class of 2027? This year's grade 5 class checked out 3,847 books. That's a stunning number of books to circulate through this group. I guess it's no surprise. Over 40% of our class, 37 students, have signed up to serve as a member of the Library Council this year. I also asked Ms. Geyer who checked out the most books in grade 5 this year. Can you guess? Patrick Gillen checked out 235 books this year. So why do I talk about the library? It's because I love to read. And it is my sincere hope that each and every one of you will love to read too. Some of you are amazing soccer players, and your feet are itching to move a ball on a field over the past few months at home. Some of you live for the orchestra, signed up to perform in We Are Monsters, and love to create music however you can. Others want to tinker, hack, create, and build. The makerspace is where you feel most in your element. Did you know that we have 3 Taekwondo black belts in grade 5 class this year? Some of you are so comfortable with your friends, you can make them laugh and make them feel included. You're great swimmers, good at solving puzzles, love to dance, can make Lego masterpieces. You're amazing with young children or animals. Some of you can cook a killer omelet, run like the wind, speak 3, 4, or 5 languages, or a talented artist. But reading permeates all of our interests, and it gives us access. Our friend Dr. Seuss said, "The more that you read, the more you will know. The more that you'll learn, the more places you'll go." So, speaking of going places, as you move into the middle school, you move into a new library. Did you know the Stein Library is one of the 2 original buildings on this campus? It was built in 1953 by Joseph Allen Stein and housed our high school when it was first completed. It opens up a whole new world of books to you. Historical fiction, mysteries, graphic novels, so many series and authors that you're going to meet next year. Nonfiction too, architecture, cooking, science. But please don't think that means you need to say goodbye to your current library and your current favorite books. Ms. Geyer told me that the most checked out book in the U.S. Library this year is A Big Guy Took My Ball by Mo Willems. In fact, 4 out of the 5 most checked out books all year long were Mo Willems' Elephant and Piggy books. 5th graders know how to enjoy the classics. I'm not sure how many Mo Willems or Dr. Seuss books are in the Stein Library, but I want to remind all of our grade 5 students that both our libraries are open to our full student community. We hope you will continue to visit us and to check out as many Mo Willems, Dr. Seuss, or other favorites that you like. Today I'm going to use a few more words from Dr. Seuss to guide our time together. Middle school has a reputation of being a time of self-discovery, an opportunity to figure out who you are, how to fit in, how to be different. Today you are you. That is truer than true. There is no one alive who is youer than you. Sometimes we think that there is a certain way we should act or be or dress. Sometimes those thoughts can grow very big in our heads and take up a lot of space. And that's when it's important to sit very quietly and listen very closely to your mind, your heart, your soul. Remember that there is no one just like you, and embrace that idea. Never budge. That's my rule. Never budge in the least. Not an inch to the west, not an inch to the east. Did you know that Dr. Seuss's first children's book was And to Think I Saw It on Mulberry Street? When he tried to sell this poem to create a book, it was rejected over 40 times. According to our author, he was walking home to burn the manuscript when he ran into an old classmate. That unexpected encounter led to the publication of his first book in 1936. He went on to write more than 60 children's books. Perseverance means never giving up, even when it's really, really hard. You are strong. You are resilient. We are the ones who limit ourselves the most. You can do so much more than you think you can. My final Dr. Seuss quote that I've chosen is for 2020. It's for a year that none of us will forget. For COVID, for lockdowns, for Seesaw and Zoom, for a year when it is very easy for us to think about what we have lost. It is not about what it is, it's about what it can become. It's about banana bread and building massive reading forts. It's about online play dates and virtual backgrounds. It's about calling grandparents a whole lot more than you ever did before. It's about being the first and hopefully only grade 5 class to cross the bridge virtually. It's about reducing pollution and seeing the big impact we can make on the world. It's about making noise for our healthcare workers and being more thoughtful about the privilege that we have. It's about friends and family. It's about telling your children and your grandchildren not what you lost, but what you gained during this time. 2020, a year none of us will ever forget. Thank you.